No one is coming to save you. Let that sink in. There is no secret opportunity, no perfect moment, no person who will suddenly arrive and fix everything you are avoiding. Right now, someone else with fewer resources, less talent, and more problems than you is still moving forward while you are waiting. You are waiting for motivation, waiting for confidence, waiting to feel ready. But readiness is a lie sold to keep you comfortable. This world does not reward potential. It rewards execution. You already know what needs to be done. You just don't want to face the discomfort that comes with doing it. That discomfort is the price of the life you say you want. Every excuse you repeat becomes a cage. Every delay becomes a decision. And every night you go to sleep unchanged, you silently agree to stay where you are. This is not an attack. This is a wake-up call. You are not born to live on pause. You are not meant to scroll through other people's victories while negotiating with your own fear. The harsh truth is this: your life only changes the moment you stop protecting your excuses. Most people waste years blaming circumstances, people, trauma, and timing. They wait for fairness, they wait for permission, they wait for someone to notice their struggle. No one will. You either build yourself in silence or decay in comfort. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is self-respect. When you do the hard thing without applause, you send a message to yourself that you matter. You don't need motivation, you need standards. Standards for how you speak to yourself, standards for how you spend your time, standards for what you tolerate from others. The future version of you is watching every choice you make today. And every time you quit early, you teach yourself that quitting is normal. Stop lying to yourself. Stop saying tomorrow when you know tomorrow never comes. There is power in starting before you feel ready. There is power in doing it alone. There is power in not announcing your plans. This is where it begins. Not with hype, not with noise, but with a decision made in silence. Comfort is the enemy. Most people don't fail because they aren't capable. They fail because they are addicted to comfort. Comfort feels safe. Comfort feels familiar. Comfort feels justified. But comfort is the most dangerous place you can live in. Nothing grows there. You say you want a better life, but you repeat the same routines. You want change without discomfort. You want progress without sacrifice. That trade does not exist. Every meaningful transformation demands something from you: time, energy, sleep, ego, relationships. You must be willing to let go of who you've been to become who you need to be, and that loss will hurt. You will outgrow people. You will be misunderstood. You will feel lonely at times. But loneliness in growth is better than belonging in stagnation. Stop comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. Focus on what you control: your effort, your consistency, your discipline. No one cares about your intentions. They care about results, and results are built in boring moments. Early mornings, late nights, repetition. No validation. You don't need to be extreme. You need to be consistent. Small actions done daily will destroy excuses faster than bursts of motivation. Build habits that don't depend on mood. Train your mind to obey commands instead of negotiating with fear. The voice in your head telling you to stop will always be there. The difference is whether you listen to it. You're stronger than your feelings. Feelings change. Discipline stays. When life hits you hard, and it will, you need something solid to stand on. That foundation is built now. Not later. Not when things calm down. Not when you feel inspired. The pain of discipline weighs ounces. The pain of regret weighs tons. Choose wisely. Discipline creates identity. There will come a moment when you realize no one is clapping for your effort. That moment breaks weak mindsets and forges strong ones. The strongest people don't need an audience. They move because they made a promise to themselves. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. If your systems are weak, your life will be chaotic. If your systems are strong, progress becomes inevitable. This is not about motivation. This is about identity. You must become the type of person who does what needs to be done, regardless of mood, weather, or approval. Stop asking how to stay motivated. Start asking how to stay disciplined when motivation disappears. That is where real confidence comes from. Not from words, not from affirmations, but from evidence. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, your self-respect grows. Every time you break one, it erodes. You're training yourself every single day. You are either training discipline or training regret. There is no neutral. You don't need to fix your whole life today. You need to win today. Make your bed, train your body, focus your mind, do the task you've been avoiding. That is how momentum is built. You don't need a dramatic transformation montage. You need quiet consistency. This path will not make you popular, but it will make you powerful. One day, people will ask how you changed. They will see the results, but not the process. They will admire the strength, but not the struggle. They won't see the nights you stayed disciplined when no one was watching. They won't feel the resistance you pushed through, but you will, and that is enough. You don't need permission to take control of your life. You don't need approval to improve. You don't need validation to move forward. Your past does not disqualify you. Your mistakes do not define you. Your hesitation does not mean you are weak. It means you are human. And being human means you can choose differently, starting now. This moment is asking something of you. Not tomorrow, not next week, now. Stand up internally before the world ever sees it. Decide that you're done negotiating with your potential. Decide that comfort no longer runs your life. You don't need to announce this decision. You don't need to explain it. You just need to live it. Build yourself in silence. Let your discipline speak. Let your results make the noise. No one is coming. No one is supposed to. This was always your responsibility. Save yourself. You decide who you become. At some point, you have to stop asking why your life looks the way it does, and start asking what you are going to do about it. Because clarity does not come from thinking. Clarity comes from action. You don't become confident by waiting. You become confident by surviving the things you once thought you couldn't handle. Every hard moment you face rewires you. Every challenge you endure builds proof. Right now, your mind is either your greatest weapon or your biggest prison. The thoughts you repeat daily shape your future silently. If you tell yourself you are tired, weak, unlucky, or behind, your actions will obey that story. But if you decide that you are disciplined, resilient, and relentless, your behavior will start to align. Your circumstances do not define you. Your reactions do. Two people can experience the same pain. One uses it as an excuse, the other uses it as fuel. You don't need a perfect past to create a powerful future. You need courage in the present moment, courage to show up again, courage to fail forward, courage to keep going when quitting feels easier. Most people quit right before the breakthrough. Not because they are incapable, but because they underestimate how long growth takes. They confuse slow progress with failure. Understand this clearly. Consistency compounds. What feels insignificant today becomes unstoppable over time. The habits you practice in private will shape the life you live in public. You will not always feel strong. You will not always feel motivated, but you can always choose to act with discipline. And discipline, repeated long enough, becomes confidence. There will be days when no one notices your effort, days when progress feels invisible, days when doubt is loud. Those days matter most. Because those are the days that separate people who wish from people who win. You don't need to do everything. You need to do the next right thing. One step, one task, one promise kept to yourself. Your future self is built by what you do today, not what you plan tomorrow. The version of you that you admire is created through boring consistency, not dramatic change. Stop waiting for permission to become disciplined. Stop waiting for validation to move forward. You are allowed to outgrow your past. You are allowed to want more. You are allowed to become someone new. This is the moment where you decide, not with words, with actions. Decide that you will no longer negotiate with excuses. Decide that comfort will no longer control your choices. Decide that you will keep showing up even when it's hard, even when it's quiet, even when no one is watching. Because one day people will see the results, and they will call it luck. They will call it talent. They will call it overnight success. But you will know the truth. You earned it, and that is how you save yourself.